Welcome back. Andrew here from the Institute of Positive Education with another one of our daily mindfulness sessions. This session is designed for younger students to be done on their own or with a parent or guardian. If you're joining us after last week's sessions, hopefully you'll remember some of the things that we were learning about. We were learning about holding your attention in a certain place, choosing to do that, because that's really helpful in everyday life. If you're trying to do some schoolwork, or you're focusing on a game you're playing, or you're just trying to listen, holding our attention is really a useful skill to have. There's also the importance of being present as well, being here and now, not distracted by thoughts of the past or thoughts of the future when we don't want to be. So mindfulness is about being present, being here and now, where you are, and your body and your breath and your senses are all here and now. And that's what mindfulness is about. Thirdly, to remember that when we're practicing mindfulness, that being distracted is perfectly normal. It's just something that happens. Our brains start thinking, thoughts come along, and we get distracted, and that's okay. It's perfectly normal, and even expert mindfulness people are distracted. And the thing to do is to bring our attention back. So whenever we notice we're thinking, come back to the mindfulness that you were doing, but do it in a kind way. Don't be hard on yourself. It's okay. When we're on a boat, maybe a small fishing boat or a big ship that you may know about, if they want to hold that in one place, they put an anchor down on a rope, because otherwise the wind blows it and the waves come and move the boat around. Whereas having an anchor helps that boat or that ship to stay in place. Well, just in the same way, if we want our attention to be in a certain place, we want to have an anchor that holds it there for us. And one of the useful ways of doing that is to use our senses and use that as an anchor. So it could be our taste, it could be our smell, our sight, touch, or our hearing. And we're going to be doing that this week. So today is going to be about using our taste and our smell, and we're going to do some mindful eating. For some of you, you've just celebrated Easter, so maybe you have some treats around, some chocolate or some candy or some sweets. And I want to give you a moment just to maybe pause this video and go and find something that we can do some mindful eating with. I'm going to lead us in a mindful eating practice with some of my own chocolate, and then invite you to join me. So you can use any piece of chocolate, something small, or if you want to have something healthier, a piece of fruit, maybe a grape or a strawberry or a raspberry. So just pause this video now, go and find yourself something to eat, and join me when you come back. Thanks. So hopefully you've got your chocolate treat or your piece of healthy fruit to do some mindful eating with. So let's start by taking our piece of fruit or our chocolate and simply holding it up and holding it up to the light. So we're going to start by using the sense of our sight to have a look at the chocolate or the fruit, and just notice how the light bounces off it, and put all your attention into looking at it. Next thing, notice it rolling around in your fingers. Maybe place it on your hand and you can see it rolling around in your fingers. How does it feel when you put your attention on your hand and the fruit or the chocolate in your hand? How does that feel? Can you notice how that feels? And if your chocolate, like mine, has a wrapper, you can also hear it as well. Just put your attention on what you hear with either your fruit or your piece of chocolate. Now this might be a bit frustrating, but we're going to do it quite slowly. And that's what mindfulness is about, just doing it slowly and deliberately. So we're going to start then by unwrapping my chocolate. Noticing the sounds, noticing what I can see. And then holding that chocolate up to the light, really being slow and deliberate. Now the next thing to do is we're going to eat it. So we're going to use the sense of taste to pop it in your mouth. But I encourage you not to chew it yet. Just pop it in your mouth and see how it feels when you roll it around. So either your fruit or your piece of chocolate, and put it in your mouth and roll it around. Excuse me talking with a mouthful. But now just close your eyes or lower your gaze and just feel the sensations in your mouth as the chocolate or the fruit rolls around. See what you notice there. And then when you're ready, you can start chewing, but do it slowly and just notice the taste, what's going on in your mouth as you eat slowly. And then once the food is finished, now just with your eyes still closed, just notice what's going on in your mouth now. How is it different to normal? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? Is there a smell? Again, we're using taste as an anchor for our attention, choosing to put our attention on what we're eating right now. Now when you're ready, just open your eyes. So I just took a few minutes to eat a piece of chocolate in a really mindful way. And mindful eating can be done as a practice like we just did, but you can also eat mindfully when you eat a meal or you eat a piece of fruit or a snack, and just slowing everything down. Maybe things taste differently. Maybe you get more sensations from the food because you ate it a lot slower rather than eating it really quickly and not really thinking about it. But you can use this mindfulness practice when you eat your meal with your family or when you're sitting on your own and having a snack, but just stopping and using taste as an anchor for your attention. Thank you for joining me today. We'd love to connect with you. If you have any comments, questions or feedback, please do get in touch. And if there's any other topics you'd like us to cover, then do let us know. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye now.